Standing on couch, pouring that champagne, nigga. Beat up the bounce. I'm still the same young nigga. Lead by example. She eat up the campaign, nigga. Dirty that young. One of them high class bitches. Beyond, you don't really wanna go.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Hype me up, knowledge.
Industry's most wanted.
Listen, I got my bro checking in. This is somebody I've been rocking with for a minute. He is out here on his grind, doing his thing. He goes by the name of KD Gotti. What's going on, bro?
Ain't to it. I'm here with the lovely TampaMystic.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be more lovely once he hands over that jacket, that coat. That thing too hard.
I appreciate that.
I love animal print. Like I got like the
Me
cheetah blankets at home and socks and
it's in my shoes. I got animal print in the shoes.
I
and
love
everything.
animal print. I got that from my mom. She always liked it too. So that thing is fire, bro.
I appreciate that.
Definitely. But listen, go ahead and break it down for us. Who is KD Gotti?
KD Gotti, it's so much to KD Gotti. I basically first start off with the origin of my name. My first name start with a D, and I was heavily influenced early on as a teen by the Diplomats, like Dipset, Cameron. Used to call him Killer Cam and all that, and I used to call myself Killer D.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm 13 and all that. Like, hey, I'm Killer D. You know? And really,
sounds like what a 13-year-old would go by.
Yeah, and really, people, they just used to comment that, "What up, Killer?" Like, or whatever like that, because I kind of play around with the rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
So after a while, like, I started kind of going by that, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me call myself KD for short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then from there, it just took its own liking and, just made its way from there. And then Gotti, I had a movement who me and my bro came up with early on. And it was the Gotti Boys.
Okay.
We all had Gotti at the end of our name. And, we was influenced by a lot, from the origin of Gotti and everything.
Right.
And that name just took its own liking. And I just always ran with that for all this time.
Hey, if it works and if it's not broken, don't try to fix it, right?
You did.
That's what they say, most definitely.
Sure.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up on the south side of Atlanta, Clayton County to be exact.
Okay.
Right around like Terra Boulevard. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
what's that club over there on Terra Boulevard? Level 2?
Yeah, Level 2, the gate, all that. Like they didn't change the name so much, but that was like where I really had started rapping for real at that time, and I started taking it serious. And I remember that's when Ace had it. DJ Ace.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah.
And like Ace, he made a statement maybe a year ago. He was just saying if you ain't came through him, then you probably weren't popping for real. But that was a fact. Like DJ Ace had it sold up over there, and he was that go-to guy. It still is. And just going through that, I just felt like if I don't have that DJ Ace stamp, then I ain't doing nothing. And once I did that and we went through, we was locked in. He hosted my first mixtape ever. Yeah.
He's a good dude.
So I never forget that. Only If They Knew. That was my first mixtape.
What was the name of it?
Only If They Knew.
Oh, that's the name of it.
It was called Only If They Knew.
I thought you were saying like only if they knew how dope it was.
Nah, that's what it was. It was like Only If They Knew, and that name was self-explanatory. And I had so many. Like I came so hard with my first mixtape. Big names like Woo the Kid, Cyree the Kid, Cat One. Man, I had a little bit of everybody on that project, to be honest. And, I was young, and that was my big break. And I feel like that's when people really started to take me serious as far as being an artist, So that was like my big break, on the south side, Clayton County. And I love my people from over there.
Man, big facts. It's funny because when I first moved here, like that was the only place that I would drive to that far away is going to Level 2. And shout out DJ Ace, he was always in there. Like, because I'm like, shoot, I ain't trying to drive that far nowhere else. But something about that venue, I always had a good time there.
I used to stay right there. I used to stay right behind that mattress outlet.
Okay.
So you right over, like maybe a street or two over,
a stone's throw away, as they say.
I walk up there, legit, whatever. So yeah.
So why music, man? Like there's so many things that you could do in life. Why music?
Music really kind of chose me, and it ain't really like that I got a musical background like in my family for real, but it's just like I just grew a liking to it early on as a kid. You know, I always knew how to rap, but I never took rap serious until I got older. Like, I was always off and on, but it was always a way for me to express how I felt some way or another. Like, even when I just would play around and make songs on it, because it was like a cassette tape. I used to have it in the radio, and I record it, then put it in the radio and listen to it back and forth and try to make the perfect, you know, whatever. And I just never forgot that. That's why I feel like even to this day, I'm a perfectionist with whatever I do. I'm a perfectionist. Everything got to be right. I ain't gonna half step nothing that I do. And some people call me tedious. Or, you know, but I like what I like. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You want to perfect your craft, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Most definitely.
I think more artists need to do that.
Yeah.
Or just more people, period, whatever their craft is, perfect it.
Yeah, definite. And, you know, just from there, I always felt like music was with me. And when the time was right and when the opportunity was right, I ran with it, you know? And now, at the time that where I'm at now, I use music more than ever to express myself.
Right.
Because I ain't never been the type of person to really like express how I feel like that. You know, a lot of, before I was married, a lot of the women and stuff used to call me before like the Tin Man. And I still got a hard time with that, you know. I think the streets.
You was heartless?
Yes, I think the streets do that to you though. You know what I'm saying?
That's
it just
funny.
make you emotionless.
Right.
You know
no,
what I mean?
right.
And I just have a hard time really expressing how I feel with a lot of stuff. Just, you know, it's just I keep it all bottled in. But music is such a good outlet for me because I could tell exactly how I'm feeling in the music. Because I feel like I'm big on storytelling. And I do a good job with that.
It took a good woman to come along. Shout out to your beautiful wife.
Shout out to wife.
She's so beautiful too,
Thank
for
you.
real, for real.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And I could tell she just projected good energy when I had the opportunity to meet her. I think, you know, once you meet that one, your whole outlook on relationships and everything's totally changed.
On life.
You know?
Because when before people knew me for who I am now, the people that knew me before can't believe the person that I became now.
Yeah. She made you a better person.
Made me a better person for real. Made me look at different things in life a different way, you know, instead of taking certain things serious. You know, now I got a level head.
That's
you know?
right.
So
absolutely.
It helps.
How is she with you with your music? Is she real supportive of your music?
Very, very supportive. She just know that whatever I do, I always take whatever I do serious. Just like I was saying before, I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's a believer. Like, she really, like, one of my #1 fans, you know.
That's a blessing.
Whatever it is that I want to do, she behind it, you know. And that's why I love her. Shout out to wifey.
Shout out to wifey.
100.
Yes, most definitely. I know you got something dropping tonight.
Yeah.
What you got for us tonight?
So tonight I'm giving everybody a little preview on some promo for my album that's about to drop November 22nd.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give them a short film for the night. This part 1 or whatever like that. I always like to play with the movies and clips.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I got a short film that was out that I dropped a year ago, The Throwing Salt, but this is kind of similar to that, but it's more in a promo type of thing, the way I'm kind of incorporating my music, but at the same time, you able to see a visual for it instead of the normal promo that you usually see.
That is dope.
I want to try something different.
As you should, because we are very much in a visual era. You know, when I first started podcasting, it was just strictly audio.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got to step up my game because people want to see it. They don't want to just listen all the time.
Right.
So it's no different than you as a musician, as an artist. You know, you got to have good visuals, whether it be like a short film or just a dope video.
Yeah.
Is it being released on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's gonna drop on the YouTube as well.
Under Katie Gotti?
Under Katie Gotti. You can find that on YouTube and you'll see everything. And something that I did last week, I dropped a trailer. The trailer was so fire because I showed so much different stuff from the young Katie, the wild Katie. You'll see that in the trailer, like the wild, me jumping, going crazy, shirt off in the club, you know, just a bunch of 20, 30 dudes running around me. You know, you see all that and you see the evolution from then to now. And that's what you're going to see with this project is just hearing the man behind the music, you know, the best way I could put it, you know. So if you tuned in, check it out tonight, 10 o'clock, one of my promos for a short film. You can see that.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home.
And
I
make
love
sure you grab
stuff
some
like
popcorn before you watch it. You got to get the popcorn.
Oh, I love popcorn now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like that's one of my favorite little snacks. Popcorn. I don't feel so guilty eating that.
Right.
But yeah, like I just love watching people's journey. I love documentaries. Like, you know, they be picking at me sometimes because I be watching so many like Datelines and stuff that tells, you know, people's journey.
Right.
Because I love to see where people come from because that motivates me.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
You know, I just found this out for the first time. You know, like we're movie buffs. Not to get off on a tangent, but it's pure motivation. Mark Wahlberg, you know, I think he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
I think he's like around my age, maybe a couple years older. Like probably he's like early 50s. He didn't get his high school diploma until he was like 42 years old.
Oh, word.
But I was like, I was shocked by that. But at the same time, I was like, look how much success he's seen. And he wasn't even a high school graduate.
Yeah, yeah.
So I say that to say this, man, like we can do anything we want.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
Definitely. Yeah, he ain't let that limit him. I ain't know that.
Yeah, me
40,
neither.
Yeah, wow.
I was like, whoa, he did. Some people would like say, okay, I didn't get he didn't even get his high school diploma until he was 42.
Right.
That's motivation
That's
right there.
That's motivation right there. So for everybody listening to what she just said, it ain't never too late.
Nah, for real. It's never too late. So what is keeping you motivated?
What's keeping me motivated is just life, you know, balancing out stuff. The thing that I feel like I cherish more than I ever did is family.
Yes.
You know, I missed out on a lot of family because I was running around in the streets early on. So now that I'm able to slow down and kind of just reevaluate everything, that's the most important thing to me now. You know, just looking at my little brothers, cousins, and all that, and able to give them the game that I was able to get the hard way and be able to give it to them in a way to where they could digest it and move a little bit different and more cautious and, you know, take everything in for what it need to be.
Right, because the streets are taking too many young men and women, you know, just senselessly. And it's like, sometimes it could be wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. Like Takeoff. He wasn't targeted. He was just wrong place, wrong time. And like you said, if you keep your loved ones close, you know, especially the young ones, put a little sense in their head, like, you know, just got to really move more strategically.
Right, because sometimes you think that a lot of the youth, they not listening when you put some of them gems into them, but they take little stuff in. It's just all about delivery. Right. You know, I always try to think in the back of my mind, when I was 18, 17, 19, whatever, how would I had took in the information with somebody trying to give me game?
Period.
And if I feel like it's too lectury or whatever like that, then I feel like that maybe I might need to change my angle.
Absolutely. I think with the youth and the younger, not to get off too much on a tangent, but I think what we have to do is exactly what you said. We just got to tell them our story, but kind of put ourselves in their shoes. Right. Rather than lecturing them and preaching at them, just tell them your story. Yeah. That they're going to listen to that before you say, no, don't do this. No, don't do that.
Just keep it raw.
Just keep it raw with them.
Keep it raw, whatever it is. Like, you know, because I grew up around addicts, all kind of stuff. And I think that's, for me, that's the biggest reason why I don't do drugs. Yes. Because I seen the worst with drugs, like the worst. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it takes
turn
people
on everything.
Out. Yeah.
I lost my best friend. I lost him to drugs. Man. Lost his mind. You know what I mean? Crazy. At the end of the day, I love him to death. But, you know, it'll do a lot to you. You know what I mean? If you really going through something, you abuse it, it could do a lot. And for me, that's just the main thing that I just try to give the game to. And you'll hear that a lot of my music with everything that I do. You're going to get some kind of game from it. And that's why I love artists like Rocco.
That's one of my faves.
Yeah, I love Rocco. Like Gift of Gab, that's my favorite album. It don't matter what I'm going through. I can listen to that album and I'm gonna get something from it and be able to think a little bit different from whatever it is I'm going through. I put on that Gift of Gab.
Yeah, I watch his stories every day because he always posts like a lot of motivational stuff on there. He's definitely one of them people I've been tuning in for a long time too. Shout out to Rocco, man.
Shout out to Rocco the Don.
Facts, most definitely. So is film something that you're interested in tapping into? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely into film. I always just do little different things to incorporate my acting skills. I'm good at acting. Yeah. You know what I mean? And people always tell me like, man, you should really like, you know, get into acting and stuff. And I just feel like introduction to that. It's just me kind of just putting together my own production.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Instead
creating
of me
a
waiting,
reel.
Yeah, instead of me waiting, how about I do stuff?
Period.
Because if people knew the type of stuff that I do behind the scenes, like I write my own treatments for all my videos. You know, like I'm the cameramans, all they got to do is hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like all they got to do is hold it. I'm like, hey, look, I need you to do like this. Look, I'm about to do this scene. I'm casting the people.
You're directing
for the scene.
it.
I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything, and I always been like that. Even before I was doing music, and I had a homie, and I'm gonna touch on something else too, by the way. Even since I'm speaking on me, but I just want to say one other thing, and then we're gonna get back to that. I said this before, but the youth, one thing that the youth need to pay attention to is everybody could play a different role. Everybody don't got to be the same thing.
Right.
Everybody don't got to be a rapper.
Right, absolutely.
You know? And I think that's the biggest thing and the biggest misconception is that everybody want to be the rapper. Everybody want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody want to be the top dog. And at the end of the day, when you think about anything, any type of business, any like whatever going on, it's always a chain of command. Everybody's got a different position to get that machine working or business going the way it need to. You got the camera guy doing what he need to do. He just as important as anybody because without him, there's no visual.
Period.
You dig what I'm saying? Then you got the manager. You got all these different things under that umbrella that get that machine rolling. And I feel like that everybody is trying to go after that one thing, and now me as an artist, going back to what we were saying, I'm trying to really tap into other avenues, you know, and capitalize out that, you know, and not just be an artist. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You have to wear many hats.
Definitely.
You have to have multiple hustles.
Yeah.
And, you know, not to say that the stuff that you learn along the way is going to be something that you're going to pursue long term, but you want to have a basic knowledge of pretty much everything.
Everything, yeah.
Because there might be times when this person is not available. Maybe they got to travel or maybe they're sick or whatever, and you got to step up to the plate and make it happen.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I respect what you do, because if y'all knew how much TampaMystic do behind the scenes, y'all have a bigger respect too. I love it. I really do.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And having a solid team is so important.
Now that is very important. Because at the end of the day, you can't do it all by yourself.
No.
You can't.
You got to have a knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He helps me out. Like, he's over there flicking it up. Like, that's something I could not do.
Right.
I can work the cameras. I just can't work the camera to do the photos. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you got somebody like Knowledge, he gonna show it all.
He absolutely, most definitely. So, you know, you got this project on the way. Let's talk a little bit about it. What is the name of the album that's coming?
So the album that's about to drop on November 22nd is called Charge It to the Game 2.
Okay.
So
it's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Okay.
And you know, basically we just coming back into it. It's revamped. I'm coming even more into depth with things. So in the past year, I did so much in the past year. And I just feel like I had to give him an album.
Yeah.
I feel like it was only right. I had to give him an album. I've been to 4 countries in 1 year.
I be watching and vicariously living through you and your wife's journey.
Yes, we've been everywhere, and I
love it.
I learned so much just meeting the different people and learning about the cultures.
Yes,
we went to Egypt.
No, hold on a second.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous.
Don't be.
Like
it was a different kind of experience. Like,
the pyramids is what I wanted to see. What was that like? Just real quickly.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
Please.
Okay, so we went out there to Egypt. We was out there for about a good 2 weeks.
Wow.
I was in Cairo. We was in Cairo first, and we went over there to the pyramids of Giza. We touched the pyramid.
Man.
You know what I mean? We was able to see like just the texture of how the rocks and the tiles.
So
and
amazing.
all this that they built for the pyramid.
So amazing.
Yes. And then we seen the Sphinx.
Yeah.
And
I'm so jealous. I'm sorry.
You got to go.
That's like been my lifetime. I told my dad before he leaves this earth, we have to go.
Have to. And I think that the wrong idea that a lot of people get, they think like, oh, Egypt is so much money. And yeah, all you gotta do is get past that plane ticket.
Yeah.
You get past that plane ticket, everything dirt cheap.
Wow.
Everything dirt cheap.
I'm glad you told me that.
Yes.
So
everything
dope.
Dirt cheap. I'm talking like, I remember we got a hotel for a night. It was like $40 a night, but it was like the Ritz-Carlton.
What?
Ritz-Carlton, $40 a night. and you walk up in the hotel, them folk got champagne on the thing waiting for you, $40 a night.
Royal treatment.
Royal treatment, you know, and that's why I just try to tell my people, you know, at the end of the day is like, you could do this type of stuff.
Yes.
You know, it's just
you
people don't have
plan
the
for
information.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we went to Luxor, and then we went to Aswan, and then Luxor, that was like the Valley of the Kings and all that. And we was able to go in the tombs and see the hieroglyphics.
I've just got like chills because like that's been my lifetime dream is to go out there.
You're going to do it.
I am, because
you just got to find the time.
Right. It's funny, when I went to Vegas, I specifically stayed at the Luxor because I'm like, I got to stay in the Pyramid Hotel.
Yeah.
It was so dope. But I want to actually get to Egypt. So
man, it's beautiful.
With everything that you guys have experienced and seen, you're pouring that into this album that's on the way.
Yes. Like, you know, like I gave them a glimpse of some of the places. Like I got a song called Costa Rica.
Dope.
When we went out to Costa Rica and La Fortuna, and I'm talking about just that. We went to Paris. Then we went to Maui. And to be honest, I'm gonna touch up just on this because I don't want to just be talking about all the places. But Maui in Hawaii,
yeah,
it was actually my second favorite place I ever been.
Really?
Yes, like Maui.
It's so beautiful, right?
Yes, like Maui is one of the ones for real. Like people wouldn't even expect that. Like you go somewhere, and this is in the U.S.
Yeah.
You know, you go like it's different parts of it. Like I went to this mountain called Haleakala, 10,023 feet in the air. You feel it's a godly experience because you so high up, you above the clouds.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
My God, that was just, man, that was something else.
You're making me jealous.
I want to inspire folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when they see it, because where I come from, it's so hard, man. It's so hard to come out of that and to be able to prevail coming from that environment because there's so many crabs in the bucket mentality. So I just remember being like 16 years old and just be like, man, I can't wait to get up out of here, man. I ain't got no car, I'm broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just caught up in the light game, like all that kind of stuff. And I just like, man, if I can just get up out of here, man, I'm gonna make some shape, man, for real. Like, I want to go to all these places or whatever like that, but how I'm going to do it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to do it?
Figured it out.
And I figured it out. You know what I mean? And when I see them type of kids, like, that's like me, that's why I identify.
Yeah.
I can identify. And they can identify with me. Like, it ain't too hard to just look and be like, okay, he one of us.
Yeah.
And they see it like, man, he really doing it for real. Because I ain't had nobody to look up to for real. Like, you know, out there in Clayco. All we had was, like, Flock. And Flock really was just coming on for real. Yeah. You know,
he was still trying to position himself.
Right. So you ain't had too many cats to look up to in a positive way. You know, it was just really just street cats or whatever, like, you know, and so now I feel like I'm opening another barrier because now it's everybody out there now that's popping.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you and your wife are traveling and seeing the world because, man, God gave us so many beautiful gifts for us to get out there and see.
Definitely.
We have to experience that.
Right.
I love, you know, I haven't traveled too much. I've only been outside the U.S. one time, shamelessly. But I've done a lot of traveling within the United States, you know, because I love hiking and stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
We got, Zion National Park was the most beautiful experience that I've been to here. Because I flew to Vegas. Yeah. We drove to Utah and we went hiking at
Utah. That's dope,
man,
right?
It's so beautiful. So with that being said, how many songs are going to be on the album?
So it's 13 songs on there. You're going to get a little bit of taste of everything. You're going to get some of that old Katie, that wild, turned up. You're going to get a little bit on that because, you know, I be in different moods when I get in that yo.
Yeah.
And that's all how it go. Like, whatever mood I am when I come in that yo, that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get that turned up, you get that lyrical, that melodic, you get it all in one.
Yeah.
And with this body of work, that's what it is. And I got one track, and I remember I dropped this track on Father's Day, but I brought it back on this album too. It's called Letter to My Pops.
Okay.
And that song was so deep for me because for so long I was keeping a lot of stuff in.
Yeah.
And once I was able to put it on a track, it just, man, it flows so deep. You know what I mean? And when you hear it, it's so relatable because, you know, a lot of people don't know, like my pops, he lost his life from kidney failure.
Oh, man. I'm
so
sorry to hear that.
It's all good. I appreciate it. And he lost his life from kidney failure.
Yeah. And
he asked me, you know, when he was going through what he was going through, would I be open to give him a kidney? But I was too young at the time to even give it to him, me not knowing, but I ain't know what to do for real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
When when you got the control to give somebody life or whatever like that, it's just a different type of thing for a young kid or whatever like that. So, I was touching up on that and just everything, positive memories, everything, all on that one track. And it was so many cats that would just hit me in my DM and all that, like, hey, man, like, hey, because it was on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, like, that was too real. Because everybody, a lot of people got daddy issues for real, even if they not in your life,
right.
for years, whatever, they not around. And, just to hear, a man talk about stuff like that in that type of way, I ain't really heard it be done for real like that,
Yeah.
So it was something different for me and a different kind of challenge.
I love that. I think the artists need to challenge themselves more. With putting, I'm a big fan of when artists has like it's like, Baskin Robbins 31 flavors, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to have something for everybody.
Facts.
Like you said, sometimes it might be more melodic. Sometimes it might be more like lyrical.
Right.
Just have a little bit of something for everybody because now you're catering to not just who you think may like it, but now you might gain a whole new target audience.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I feel like the pressure wasn't on me this go round to feel like I want to make something for the cook. Like, I ain't want to do that this go round. I just wanted to do what I like, you know what I'm saying, and the moves that I feel, and maybe somebody could relate to whatever it is that I'm doing. And I felt like that worked way more better for me. No pressure.
Yeah, you probably felt like lighter doing this. There wasn't all that pressure on you.
Most definitely.
Who are some of the producers that we can expect or anticipate on this project?
Of course, Come Closer. Shout out to Come Closer. He out there in Russia, and I ain't been able to communicate with him as much as I used to because they got it. Like social media, all that locked down.
For real?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
A Russian kid that been producing a lot of my records for even with my first project. He did almost every beat on there.
That's hard.
So just hearing that with him, I just wish the best for him.
Yeah.
Another one, it's a new producer. His name is Chemotherapy. I hope I said that right. Forgive me if I didn't. But he from Philly. And it's another. What's the other guy name? Rose Beats.
Okay.
Rose Beats, another dope producer. I'm glad that I got the chance to work with him and bring some of this production on because he brought another sound out, as well. So y'all definitely gonna hear like just them beats. It's gonna hit you right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna hit you right away. Something different. As soon as you hear the first track on there, ooh. That's how you gonna be. Ooh, let me sit back. Let me sit back. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to be in a whip and have a little time on your shoulder the way you could just go ahead, turn it up. If you got somewhere to go and it's maybe 40, 50 minutes, that's the perfect time to listen to that album.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
That's so dope, man. What's the exact release date again?
The release date is November 22nd. So November 22nd, that's Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go ahead and bring that gift to everybody.
Yeah.
And, you be able to vibe out with your family and all that.
Absolutely.
For that. And it's definitely going to be one of the ones to where it's just like, wow, this was a leaf. It's timeless.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to sound like nobody.
Period.
At the end of the day, not trying to sound like nobody. And you're going to be able to hear my story.
Yeah.
And it's another track that I want a lot of people to pay attention to when you go listen to it, by the way. Charge It to the Game too. It's this track called Street Gospel.
Okay.
Now see this track called Street Gospel, like it's got like a choir behind it as I'm rapping, and I'm touching on all the like situations that young black men and women go through in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and it's a storytelling to the T. Like I'm talking like when I'm talking about it, I touch up on like young men, like young black men going through stuff in the hood to where they retaliation or how you feel like the pressure on you to feel like you got to react to something and the domino effect of that or who it affect when you do that.
Yeah.
Like your mama got to turn on the news and see her baby on the news, whether you the victim or the suspect, it's all on there. And it's all in the record. Like how I'm touching. Then it go to a cat getting out from doing 10 years. He's still on parole, so he got a lot of restrictions and stuff, and he trying to do right for his family and stuff, and how the system get you so caught up, he get pulled over, and he back in that mode. Now the kids stuck without a daddy. The woman, the mama, she got to thug it out. Now the kids got what they got going on. They got to be forced to get out there and do what they got to do. The girls start dancing.
Sounds like a movie.
It's a movie, but I'm rapping about it like, oh my, it's so dope.
You better have a dope visual for that.
Oh my God, I'm
like
definitely
more
gonna
like
do that.
a short film, like
yes,
for that, because it sounds like you're really telling a story.
I'm really telling a story, and it's so vivid. Like you just be like, man, like you could see it. You could see it.
I can't wait to check it out. So that's next the 22nd.
That's the 22nd. So that's next week,
Tuesday.
Well. Next week.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right before Thanksgiving. November 22nd.
Definitely looking forward to that. I heard that you're going to bust a freestyle for us today.
Definitely bust a freestyle.
I'm excited. Look, I put a poll on my story today, just a quick story about my story.
Right.
Because I had an artist that came through recently. You were here, and his name is Jay Russ, and he did a phenomenal freestyle.
Okay.
And hip hop since 1987, which is that's my family. They posted it today and tagged me.
What?
You know, so we both posted it, and it got so much good traction. And I posted on my story. I'm like, should I have more artists freestyle on my show? And
That'd be dope.
everybody's saying yes. I put the poll up. So with that being said, Katie Gotti's going to give us something.
Let's get it.
Before we do that though, real quickly, tell everybody where they can follow you at on your social platforms.
You can follow me on all social platforms at Katie Gotti. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's everything. TuneCore, Apple Music, Spotify. You can find me on all those at KD Gotti. That's KDGOTTI. Simple.
Straight like that.
Straight like that.
Who you want to shout out to? Who you want to show some love to?
I want to shout out all my supporters, first of all, you know, because without y'all, this wouldn't even be possible for me to even do what I do. Shout out to God. You know, me and him got a relationship, and we definitely got close over the years. So shout out to him. Shout out to TampaMystic.
Yes.
You know, like she always been supportive. Anytime it's something
always will
that I need a promo, she's always open for that, and I'm gonna remember that. You know, so shout out to her. Shout out to the haters. You know,
we love y'all.
Yeah, we definitely love y'all, and I learned to embrace that over time, and instead of focusing on the hate and all that, we learn to embrace that love now. So shout out to y'all, cause if I ain't had y'all, I wouldn't have that battery in my back for sure.
Straight like
so
that.
I need y'all. Keep doing what y'all do.
Period. You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Man, you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Last but not least, we got Katie Gotti checking in, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Right here on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast, you dig?
Industry's Most Wanted.
Go ahead and let everybody know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Man, what make me the industry's most wanted is because I'm myself, first of all. Two, I'm coming like from a whole nother angle to the point where it's just like, ain't nobody like this dude. You know what I mean? I'm original, from my swag to my energy, everything about me, my personality. You gonna feel that presence around, and you gonna, whatever I do, my music. And, you know, I'm just a loving person when I'm around. It's genuine energy with me. And you going to know that even with the music. So that's why I feel like I'm industry most wanted, because I'm coming with authenticity. You know what I mean?
He said that, authenticity. That's a hard word to say. I always got to say it so slow.
I'm messed up.
I be messing.
Yeah.
Straight like that. Well, listen, bro, we about to get into this freestyle. What beat you got for us today that we going to jump on?
Sleazy Flow.
Sleazy Flow. Okay, so give me just a second to get this set up. All right. Now, if you need me to change the volume up or down or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just let me know.
Got you.
All right, here we go.
Turn it up a little bit. A little bit more. Heard them saying I fell off, but this whole time I been low key. We the ones who snatching niggas pockets off, that's on the P. Niggas acting like they pressure when they on that alcohol. I was throwing up the B while you was playing basketball. They say Katie getting soft, but never to my face, of course. I been knocking niggas out since mama kicked me off the porch. I remember y'all were claiming G, but now y'all banging blood. Niggas love me. Shout out to the other side that's banging cuz. I be chillin'. I ain't worried about these niggas talking tough. Ain't no driving by your house respectfully. believe we walking up. Ain't no soul as hot as us. VIP, he not with us. It gets spooky. Say my name like Candyman, I'm popping up. How y'all celebrate the fakes, but act like real ones don't exist. Always talking about some money, but ain't never spending shit. He got hit, thought it was sweet, but I play dumb like what's the word? I be all across the globe to get the cash like Marty Bird. When you leave the house, she on my line like what we finna do. Known for taking chances, I'm big diver in that swimming pool. How you holding hands and kiss the bitch when she done fucked the game? I run with some boys with bald heads, look like Major Pain. They say they gorillas, bullet shower on them bathing nates. Curtis with this power, when I point them boy gon' eat your face. Yeah, them boy gon' eat your face.
Wait.
Daddy. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you nasty with it.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Hey.
I appreciate that.
Industries most wanted.
Bro, you ate that.
I appreciate
You
it.
ate that. Katie Gotti in the building, man.
Katie got it here.
Appreciate you being here, you know what I'm saying? Dap me up real quick, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate
For sure.
you. We up out of here, y'all.
We out.